life in general. Hope everybody's doing well. So, I don't know if you've been feeling it, but just as of late, I've been seeing a lot of people, man, just really kind of like seeing like they barely surviving, and they're not really living a quality of life, man. Like they're not really, um, reality is really hitting, reality of like the whole thing of like just life, you know. Everybody had this notion of, they're going to go to school, get a good job, graduate, get a high paying job, make a family, white picket fence, nice house, you know, all these different things. And then when in reality, it is nothing like that. And sometimes we may have to go another route. We may have to work another job, a desk job or a factory job, to kind of get to the job that you may have like passion about. And it's like, how many of y'all been in that situation? Like, leave a comment down below. And things didn't kind of go the way you wanted, and then you just had to settle, for something else, and then you gradually transition to like whatever you wanted to do. But it's been kind of a weird like spot, man. And I know a lot of people been like feeling this way just as of late, barely surviving, man. And but it's unfortunate that it almost feels like nobody wants to point you in the right direction. And even if they trying to, it's like it's some type of caveat. They're not gonna give you like the whole roadmap, or to get to where you need to be. But you just don't know who's who, because they might just be tell you some false information, or just to kind of hype you up to like buy some type of digital product or something crazy, and it's just like people just not really genuine, man. And then, man, it's really unfortunate, man. And it's crazy because just this time last year, I was working with the government like contract, and the guy who brought me in with the government contract, he was, I didn't initially see it, but he just on some sketchy type stuff, man. And it was crazy. And ultimately, I learned the hard way. And like, despite everything that was done, and the outcome, I thought I was gonna like get in on this government contract and just transition out, and it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen because just various different things were being cut, and it just didn't happen. But that's neither here or there. But but he sold me on the fact that it's gonna be like financial freedom, and he sold me on the fact that I could make money where when I'm not actually working. I was working my regular 9 to 5, and I actually was making money, passive income. And ultimately it fell apart. It was heartbreaking. It really was. And that was the first time I actually really like was making passive income, and thought I could potentially like transition out of there. But things happen. It's just all about how you just kind of come back from it. Still stuck with my regular 9 to 5, but I know I'm definitely a lot more cautious on things when things are being presented. I definitely are under scrutiny on various different things, as you should too. Because people come in like with some get rich quick scheme or whatever, and it sounds good, but at the end of the day, you find out it wasn't nothing like what they were saying. But all right, man. If you kind of been in this situation or you're going through this now, man, leave a comment down below. You know, if you know somebody that was talking about this particular subject, share this video with them. You know, but outside of that, I appreciate y'all listening to what I gotta say. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.